And now the latest scores and highlights from across the River region. This is Evening Edition Sports.
Following the footsteps of the NBA and college football, college basketball now has its first openly gay athlete. Derek Gordon of the University of Massachusetts became the first openly gay Division I basketball player, making the announcement today. He says he was inspired by Jason Collins, who came out to Sports Illustrated last April and became the first actively gay NBA player this season. The visiting Reds avoided a sweep from the Cardinals, blanking the Redbirds 4-0. Billy Hamilton sparked the leadoff spot for Cincy, getting 3 hits and stealing 2 bases. Devin Mesoraco's 2-run homer in the fourth was the difference as the Cardinals mustered only 4 hits. Reds pitcher Mike Leake threw 8 innings of shutout ball, striking out 3. Shelby Miller is 0-2 after allowing 3 runs and 3 walks in 6 innings of work. Cardinals looked for its first sweep of the season but dropped the series finale to the Brewers 5-1. Milwaukee sealed the victory in the first, scoring 3 runs off starter Joe Kelly to make it 4-0. The defense didn't help the Cardinals' cause, committing 2 errors that led to 4 unearned runs. Alan Craig supplied the only offense for St. Louis, hitting a solo shot to the right field. The Cardinals travel to our nation's capital tomorrow as they play the Washington Nationals for 4 games.
New concealed carry permits are arriving in Southern Illinois mailboxes, but the debate is far from over. Evening Edition reporter Alyssa Oros is here with the story.
One of those permits is now held by Mary Shepard. She fought the state's concealed carry ban after she was attacked 5 years ago. Shepard said she was very happy when she finally saw her concealed carry permit in the mail this week. The end to the ban on concealed weapons has also led to signs warning against guns.
Shots are continuing to ring as concealed carry was passed in the state of Illinois, but the approval of this long-awaited law is far from being anything but controversial. While some citizens are concerned that gun violence may increase because of concealed carry passing, others who are in support of the law say it puts everyone at a better advantage.
Myself and the other range officer, we agreed that it kind of evens the playing field out for the good law-abiding citizens that have always pretty much been behind the 8 ball, because bad guys have always carried guns anyways.
Signs like this one here have been posted around SIU's campus and have been put up around areas of town like restaurants and Memorial Hospital of Carbondale. People cannot carry their guns into the building regardless of whether they have been approved for a concealed carry permit.
These stickers are also seen at some local businesses and restaurants. But are these establishments protecting customers or restricting Second Amendment rights? Ross Smith, a forestry student here at SIU, explained how he thinks concealed carry can be a benefit.
I do think it will mitigate from a lot of situations where petty thefts, burglaries, I personally, every guy dreams of being the hero, and I would like to stop a robbery, but I'm not saying that it's ever going to happen.
And if people do choose to get their permits, what can we do to ensure that concealed carry will continue to be more beneficial than dangerous?
I think it's one of those factors where education decreases violence worldwide the more it's implemented.
Do your research wisely, pick the right class, do your research on your instructors, make sure their intentions are right. We want good people, well-trained on the streets. That way they can protect themselves and their family.
The institutions and businesses exempt from the law are required by law to post the no gun signs. The decals can be downloaded from the Illinois State Police website. Live in the studio, I'm Alyssa Oros.
Well, theft and robbery are the most common crimes that occur on SIU's campus, but arrests for different violations have risen drastically within the past year. Evening Edition reporter Alyssa Oros is here with the details of the police crackdown. Alyssa?
According to the Department of Public Safety, Carbondale has been ranked the 66th most dangerous city in the United States. However, SIU police have cracked down on law enforcement, which has made the on-campus arrest records dramatically go up.
It was just a normal day for SIU student Chris Longo until he experienced theft firsthand.
Felt like violated, just like someone pretty much, they used the card, but it's pretty much just taking money out of my pocket that I worked for.
Chris is just one of hundreds of students who experience identity theft and fraud this year, which are the most common crimes committed on SIU's campus.
I found out that there was a $389 charge at Journeys, $97 charge at Finish Line, and then $1.82 at Walmart.
However, while these types of petty crimes have decreased in the past few years, Resource Officer Russell Thomas and Lieutenant Ryan House say drug and alcohol-related crimes have increased immensely. According to SIU records, underage consumptions and drug arrests have increased by 1,000% within the past year, going from 4 to 77 arrests in 2012 to 2013 for underage consumption, whereas the number jumped from 22 to 156 arrests from drug-related incidents on campus.
So we are taking enforcement action because a lot of the crimes are related to alcohol and cannabis use. That contributes to a lot of these other more serious crimes.
SIU police have utilized as many as 500 cameras and emergency response poles around campus to help manage and respond to university crimes. Russell and Lieutenant House say that by having more officers on campus, it will lessen crime.
We have people in every building now pretty much, especially in the housing areas, because most crimes are committed by students, student on students. So if we at least have our presence in these buildings, it's going to help deter crime.
But most of all, they say students should be responsible and always be aware of their surroundings.
We're all adults now, and people are responsible for their own safety. We can only do so much. We do the best that we can. If people would be responsible for their own safety, at least to some degree, everything would be much safer. A lot of the thefts would be knocked down. A lot of those crimes of opportunity would be erased.
Reporting for River Region Evening Edition, I'm Alyssa Oros.
You can check out more information about SIU campus safety on their website at dps.siu.edu. Live in the studio, I'm Alyssa Oros.